This is my old iPhone, and today I'm getting a new one.
Some folks have been lined up since yesterday morning waiting to get their new iPhone.
Two-story house off Marlowe Circle caught fire just 12 hours after firefighters thought they put it out the first time. Turns out the flames spread to a neighboring house this time before firefighters could get a handle on the flames. The family in the original home already displaced, now even more without a home.
8 homes were impacted by that break, but they do now have their water service back. Flooding water poured down south, down Constitution for a little while, some of it freezing over.
Megan, Sheriff Honey recently collaborated with local and state fire as well as law enforcement to develop a new evacuation plan in reference to the Orville Dam spillway. And you can see behind me, we're going to give you a closer look of the main spillway. You can see the damage from the erosion right there on that spillway. And crews have been here all morning long and overnight working here at the dam. They're currently moving that debris out of the diversion pool that sits right below the spillway. And later on this morning, Butte County Sheriff Corey Honey plans to hold a press conference to talk about future evacuation plans. In the future, if Butte County were to experience an evacuation order like the one we did on February 12th, the sheriff says we need to be a little better prepared. That's why a multi-jurisdictional plan was developed to safely evacuate the residents of southern portions of Butte County. The evacuation plan divides the southern portions of the county into 11 different zones with evacuation routes, public assembly areas, as well as closest evacuation centers, something Sheriff Honey says will make for a less chaotic event in the future.
This is an aluminum barrel, and I'm out toward the middle of the arena. If these guys get bucked off toward the middle of the arena, they can run toward me, and I'll get the attention of the bull and then allow the bull to hit the barrel and let them cowboys maybe have the extra second and a half to make a run for the fence, because it might make the difference of whether or not they ride tomorrow.
One question I have for you, 1,400 to 1,800 pounds coming at you when you're inside of this. What does that feel like?
Oh, goodness. You know, have you ever been at a stoplight and you see the truck coming behind you and you know he's not going to stop? You know you're fixing to get hit? That's exactly what it's like. You can see it in the rearview mirror, so you kind of brace yourself, because if you don't brace yourself, it's whiplash for sure.
And this is something I'm going to try now?
Absolutely. I'm going to get out and you're going to get in it.
Oh, geez. Now, I don't want you coming at me like a bull, though, because I'm going to need it to be a little softer.
All right, we'll be a little easier on you here. One foot in, the other one up. There you go. All right. So we're going to do it just kind of like a bull would hit you. We're going to be a little easier, though.
All right. I'm going in. Now, this is nothing compared to getting hit by a bull, but I'm going to stay in here, roll around for a little bit.
Oh, look how big and cute you are.
For Mom Kim, seeing this one snapshot starts a 5-year reel of memories. Now to then. Adam was born just short of 4 months early because of an infection, a terrifying surprise. While he was in intensive care, doctors kept his twin inside to get stronger, hoping to save him.
Usually the first twin doesn't survive. When they told us that we'd deliver one and keep the other one in, we both kind of looked at each other and said, "You can do that?"
63 days later, Jason arrived.
Hi, sweetie. Good morning.
We got to know them well over the next years and watched as they grew beyond every obstacle. The boys surprised their doctors, sometimes even themselves. Always their parents.
I couldn't even see past a certain age. You know, I just took one day at a time and just hoped for the best, and now they're in kindergarten, so it's blown my expectations.
A billboard for the hospital where they spent such a long time. Then,
And I think it's so cool, and they're just like,
They want yogurt, frozen yogurt.
it's off to the next adventure. Cheryl Preheim, 9 News.
The World Arena is now transformed into a circus spectacular.
KKTV 11 News photojournalist Megan Valente shows us the excitement.
The greatest show on earth because they require the best of the best.
So if you're coming to the show, I want to hear you, and you're going to hear me, and we're going to have a great time together because it's the greatest show on earth. And we're going to figure out what Barnum's Conundrum is together.
Colorado Springs, the World Arena, 1 hour before the show, the pre-show, not to be missed. So come on out and see us. We'll be waiting for you.
And remember, guys, clowns aren't scary.
So much the human body can endure, so much the human spirit can withstand. The fact that 31-year-old Lydia Tillman is even able to do yoga is a testament to the strength of her body and spirit.
I go to therapy every day.
Ever since it happened, the stroke Lydia suffered has forced her to take life even slower than day by day.
Moment by moment.
All it took was one moment on July 5th. Travis Forbes severely beat and raped Lydia inside her Fort Collins apartment. He poured bleach on her and then started her apartment on fire to get rid of the evidence. But Forbes couldn't break Lydia's body and spirit. She was able to escape by jumping from a second-story window, suffering a stroke and nerve damage. 6 months later, she says, she refused to let anger take over.
My anger doesn't help anything.
As part of a fundraiser in Fort Collins today, yoga classes were held with all proceeds going to Lydia's medical expenses. Lydia says the financial and moral support she's received has helped her come a long way.
I couldn't speak one word. Look at me now.
Lydia shared with us what others can take away from her inner and outer strength.
Love and peace always.
I'm here just outside of Stockton Arena as the second-seeded Oregon State Beavers and the third-seeded Florida State Seminoles go head-to-head tomorrow for a trip to the Elite Eight on the line. This isn't the first time the Beavers have made it this far in the tournament, making their second straight Sweet 16 appearance.
What an awesome opportunity that this team has created once again for themselves.
The 31-4 Beavers beat Long Beach State and Creighton to get to this point. Last year, the team made it to the Final Four, but fell short to UConn.
I think kind of now that we've had that standard of getting to the NCAA tournament, we kind of almost expect it. So, you know, our standard is pretty high.
With key players back leading their team, taking home the title isn't out of reach.
In this tournament, when you have a good sense of your identity and you have great team chemistry, that usually can take you very far.
Oregon State is the closest team here to Stockton Arena, but they say no matter where they play, their fans will always follow. And tomorrow they say this arena will be packed with Beaver fans.
Just knowing that there's people out there that are there for you solely and they just want to be there to support you. You're playing for more than just yourself or your team. You're playing for a community, and they've always been there for us, so it's super exciting just to see them travel with us as well.
The Beavers say facing a team like Florida State poses a lot of challenges, but heading into today's practice, they say they're confident in their strategy.
And you stick to the game plan, you focus on what you can control. And you can't predict if you're going to win or lose. You just make sure that you do whatever you can while you're out there and you have the opportunity and you make the most of your time.
Any game can be your last and you never get a chance to do it again. So you put your heart and soul into it, bottom line.
While the Beavers are favored to win tomorrow's game, the Seminoles say they know what they're up against.
Oregon State's a great team, and we've been practicing countless for them, and I feel like they're going to come out there and play their game, and we're going to come play our game, and it's just going to be a great game tomorrow.
Tip-off tomorrow will be at 3 o'clock. It will follow the South Carolina versus Quinnipiac game. Reporting from Stockton Arena, I'm Mackenzie Nelson, KEZI 9 Sports.
Carrie and I are competitive athletes. We hate losing. We love to win.
It's World Championship point for Brazil.
Finishing second in the world last year drives me nuts. I hate it with all my heart.
And now the celebrations can begin. They've done it. Brazil have got gold at long last.
Losing can be the most powerful motivation to win.
We're going into 2012 really hungry, determined, and really confident. You know, losing has a purpose. It sucks, but it has a purpose, and you know, we're gonna go for gold.
Match point.
We love winning. We're addicted to winning. We're addicted to winning gold medals in the Olympics, and you know, that's pretty motivating.
The Americans have won the gold medal.
This Team USA won gold in Athens.
It is match point. Wong down the line. Misty's got it. Carey. She's got it.
Gold in Beijing.
Carrie and I are very much looking at the three-peat in London.
That's all I can think about, all I'm dreaming about. I want to make that happen.
Gold in London would make them the first women's team to go back to back to back.
I want to win because we can, so winning would mean the world to me. This whole journey means the world to me. And I just want to finish where I know we can and should.
Carrie and I, we want to leave a legacy. And if we haven't already, we're well on our way.